It's December 3rd, 2016. The biggest soccer rivalry on the planet is about to kick off. Barcelona vs Real Madrid. Messi against Ronaldo. Barca need a win to close a 6-point gap in the league. Luis Suarez scores and Barcelona lead deep into the match. But in the last minute, Sergio Ramos rises for a dramatic header that ties it 1-1. That night Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't score, doesn't assist, and stays unusually quiet. On the outside he looks focused, but inside his mind is spinning. Just the day before, relaxing at his Madrid home, he got a tense call from his agent. A major German magazine had just published leaked files accusing him of tax fraud. Football leaks had blown up online. The leak didn't only target Ronaldo. The hacker had released thousands of secret soccer documents to the public. It all started in September 2015 when Football Leaks went live. Using hacked files, it exposed transfer fees, salaries, agent cuts, and hidden deals. The files were too big for one site to handle, so the people behind it passed them for free to Der Spiegel and a group of trusted European media outlets. Reporters across Europe spent months checking contracts, emails, and bank records. They built stories piece by piece. The first stories focused on Ronaldo's tax case, but they also revealed smaller details like sponsor deals and hidden clauses. More leaks kept coming for years. For example, Real Madrid always said they paid about 91 million euros for Gareth Bale. The files showed the real number, 100.8 million euros. Neymar's actual pay at Barcelona was revealed. A leaked contract showed Messi could earn up to 555 million euro over 4 years, around 71 million euros a year. Clubs, agents, and players all had secrets. These stories showed soccer isn't just about what happens on the field. It's a game of power, money, and backroom deals. Eventually the person behind the leak stepped forward under a fake name, John. He stayed anonymous but began talking to reporters. They said he lived somewhere in Eastern Europe, knew nearly every player in the top leagues, even second and third division lineups. One journalist met him at a cafe. John led him to a hidden room in an old office building, just a mattress on the floor and a single laptop on a desk. On that laptop were thousands of secret files. He showed a few and then slammed it shut. Later that night, as a true fan, he went to a restaurant to watch the Champions League match between Real Madrid and Roma. On the screen his hero, Cristiano Ronaldo, was playing. John told the journalist he didn't care if he exposed his favorite players or clubs. What truly scared him were the Kazakh and Turkish names linked to a powerful sports marketing company called Doyan Sports. A quick Google search brought up words like mafia and murder. Doyan was a giant agency accused of controlling players through third-party ownership. John leaked their secret contracts, showing how much money they took from transfers. Their offshore deals gave them power and profits, but made fans see them as villains treating players like stocks. His leaks put their empire at risk. One morning in London, Doyan's boss, Nilo Lucas, opened his laptop and saw an email from a mysterious sender named Artem Lubazov, John's new nickname. That was the start of blackmail claims. Back to Ronaldo. He later sat in court. Spanish authorities accused him of hiding millions through shell companies. At the heart was a small firm in Dublin. Big brands like Nike, Tag Heuer, and EA Sports paid Ronaldo millions for using his name and image. But instead of the payments going straight to Spain, where he lived and played, the money first landed at that Irish company, then quietly moved to a shell firm in the British Virgin Islands, a well-known tax haven. This setup was linked to a tax loophole called the Double Irish. Multinational companies used it for years to shift profits and lower taxes. By the time Ronaldo's case hit court, the loophole was under heavy criticism. Prosecutors argued his strategy wasn't just clever accounting, it was criminal. In total, about 150 million euros in image rights income moved through tax havens, allegedly dodging 14.7 million euros in taxes. Ronaldo denied wrongdoing, saying he followed his financial team's advice. Even the Football League's president backed him as completely innocent. He eventually moved to Juventus, leaving the tax chaos behind. But for Doyan Sports, the chaos was only beginning. Using his new name Artem, John emailed them asking for a donation to make their secrets disappear. Lucas actually expected him to demand more, so he agreed to a secret meeting. It happened at night at a highway gas station outside Lisbon. An undercover police car was parked nearby. Inside, two officers pretended to eat while ready to jump in. Lucas and his lawyer waited nervously for John's lawyer to arrive. After tense minutes he appeared. They sat down to discuss the deal and contracts, but John's lawyer revealed little. Behind the scenes Doyan tried to hold things together, but legal cases piled up. Within 2 years the company's reputation was destroyed, its business model collapsed, and it disappeared from soccer. Police across Europe were still hunting John. He kept moving like a ghost, switching apartments, changing devices, hiding behind fake names and VPNs. Investigators traced servers, tracked IP addresses, and quietly spoke to anyone who might know more. Finally they found a lead, a name, Rui Pinto. He was from Porto, Portugal, believed to be hiding in Eastern Europe. Authorities watched his family for months, wiretapped phones, and followed every clue. Then they got a break. His father bought plane tickets to Budapest. Police believed he was going to meet his son. They followed him all the way from Portugal to an apartment building in Budapest. When his father greeted someone at the door, investigators knew they had found Rui's hiding place. They didn't rush in. They spent the night watching the building, checking every detail. At sunrise, Hungarian police surrounded the place and climbed the stairs. When they knocked, there was no escape. Rui Pinto, the 30-year-old behind football leaks, was arrested on the spot. Inside the apartment, police found laptops, hard drives, and phones loaded with millions of documents, contracts, emails, hidden deals. He was extradited to Portugal to stand trial for attempted extortion, illegal data access, and stealing data from institutions including the country's 3 biggest clubs. But the arrest wasn't the end. His files still held secrets about top clubs like Manchester City and PSG, powerful agents, federations, and even tax officials. Some called him a criminal hacker. Others called him a hero. Long before his arrest, while hiding out in Budapest, Rui reached out to William Borden, the French lawyer known for defending whistleblowers like Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. They met in Budapest and Rui explained the leaks and risks. Borden agreed to help and brought in a respected Portuguese lawyer to defend him at home. As a kid, Rui was obsessed with computers. While other kids played outside, he sat at a screen. In 2013, he went to Budapest on a study program, and his skills, mission, and future as the mystery figure began to take shape. Years before football leaks, he had already hacked a bank in the Cayman Islands and allegedly stole 300,000 euros. Later he helped expose Luanda leaks about Africa's richest woman, Isabel dos Santos, showing how she moved hundreds of millions out of Angola using shady companies. For him it wasn't about money or fame. He saw himself as a whistleblower revealing what powerful people hide. The court found him guilty on several charges but gave him a suspended sentence as long as he stayed out of trouble. Depending on who you ask, Rui Pinto's leaks didn't just expose players and agents, they shook the foundations of world soccer. Hidden inside the football leaks files were internal emails and confidential documents that triggered a major UEFA investigation into Manchester City in 2020. The club was banned from European competition and fined 30 million euros for breaching financial fair play rules. After appealing, the ban was overturned and the fine cut to 10 million euros, but the club's reputation took a hit. Some teams are preparing to sue City for lost prize money if the charges hold up, and that's where things stand. The hacker who started as John and later revealed as Rui Pinto changed how the world sees soccer. His leaks showed that behind the goals and glory there's a game of power, money, and secrets still being uncovered today. Subscribe for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.